Welcome everybody. It's your boy Ricky D checking in. Sports 216. How y'all been? How y'all been? How you been? I hope everyone enjoyed your love. I ain't gonna call it the 4th of July. It was a lot of fireworks going on, literally. But the sports world leading up to the 4th, it was a lot going on, and it's still a lot to go on because we got that LeBron watch on the way. You know what I'm saying? They saying it's looking like a good thing. It's looking like he might be headed back to where it all started when he first became a professional athlete. But yeah, man, how y'all doing, man? Tonight, you already know, we talking Guardians. Like I just say, the NBA free agency. Of course, we got to put some Browns talk in there because the Browns, this is Browns town if it ain't nothing else. We're going to travel. We're going to talk a little bit of what's going on. We got the fever going on. America's still alive. The USA, you know what I'm saying? The United States of America. No, let me not be. But yeah, we got the Think and Reflect segment. Excuse me. We live on YouTube, the Sports Corner from the 216 Facebook page, and the Kick streaming platform. So if you woke, if you there, tune in, check in. We gonna have a live chat. I might throw out a number so we could get some calls, but you always know I need you to text first if I give out this new number, you know, so we can screen. I need to know what you're calling for because I don't want no surprise at the moment. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you already know the Guardians remain in that ALC Central race. They had a little exciting weekend or a week, I could say. We had a couple walk offs. We had a walk off single with the young kid. Both young kids. Oh no, Ruccio. I always say his name wrong. I'm gonna have to get it right, man. But because I be trying to say my name with his name because it start off spelt like my whole name. And people always mess my name up. That's why I usually just go by Rick. But yeah, man, the weekend showed us some good positive, and of course, you gotta find a negative in there. You know what I'm saying? 1 second, 1 second. Cha-ching! No, I had to put that brighten up that good vibe because we want them good vibes when you tuning in to the Sports Corner from the 216. Yeah, this your boy Ricky D. But yeah, man, we got the trade deadline approaching. I really believe we need another bat because we got some ball players that's young. That's the good thing because a lot of we got 3 All-Stars that Che, Messick, and Bazana, the Basmanian, made their first All-Stars, all 2024 draft picks. So that's a good thing because that means that farm system is what's providing the team. Like the young, you got Chase Delata. He probably would have been one too but he just been injured. That's his flaw. He's kind of injury prone. But yeah, we got Gabriel, Gabby, they call him Aries. Like I say, the chat open though. If you want to chat, we live chatting. I'm gonna put a question or two in the chats, maybe. But yeah, man, the Guardians they're approaching this little stretch coming up before the trade deadline and the All-Star break. You know, they need some, or it could just be that they missing Jose. Jose might make a big difference. So let's see. He they say he doing everything. The last time I talked last week, I ended the show, so I just ain't. I just made some clips from it, but I ain't really put it on the YouTube page. So if you went to go tune into an episode from last week, I forgive me for not having it on the platform for you. But we here today, July 6th. It was a somewhat a hell of a weekend. I had a little fun last night. Also, my cousin threw a birthday party, cowboy, western style. It was nice. Mostly, everybody. It was a good time. It was a good time. I had a good time. So, big shout out to my little cousin. We the same age now. Shout out Betty. Yeah, but man, you already know. What's the biggest? This one I'm about to throw in the chat. The chat question is, what is the biggest storyline when it comes to sports in Cleveland right now? What is the biggest storyline right now? It's these Cavs. They let some people walk. They ain't signed nobody yet. They talking to a few people, and one of them is, in some people eyes, the GOAT. It's a different era. I consider him the GOAT. So a lot of people say Jordan. They throw Kobe in there. Kobe a monster. Jordan was a beast, but Brian the GOAT. I don't know why people even compared him, but I don't know why people care, and I'm gonna tell y'all why later in the show. I'm gonna let y'all know later why I consider LeBron James the GOAT. But like I was saying, we were talking about these Guardians. You know, they need another Batman, but I could live with the young players. They just need a nice, solid bat. Like I remember one year they went and got, what was the one guy name from the Blue Jays? And they signed him, they signed him during the off season. We need to go make a trade. You know what I'm saying? So it's time for us to go buy. You know what I'm saying? Buy. Well, should we wait? Should we sell? Ain't nothing to sell. We need to add to this. Hopefully, it could be a young bat at that. You know what I'm saying? It was the one kid we had. He was a brother too. Man, what was guy name? He used to kind of knock the ball out the park. But when I say bat, it's cool to get you some home runs, but I mean like a bat that almost guarantees you a hit in the game. You get what I'm saying? That's the type of bat, like, because if you look at the Guardians, they overall batting average. Because I remember growing up as a kid, like 250 was like low for batting average. The Guardians, they ain't really batting. They make some strides. They play good defense here and there. We need another solid rotational pitcher. Chad, and they already knew Cade was going to probably, because he got the most saves. Well, the last time I checked, he had the most saves in Major League Baseball. So it was almost destined for him to be an all-star. I was kind of surprised by Travis Bazana because the time he really came up and got part of the league. So he probably more in the All Star more based off of fan pop voting. But he still play good baseball, so I don't want to downgrade him like he ain't playing good baseball. But I feel like you still could do better. But that it's a good sign to see that you got the young core, making that's how we getting along. That's how we, staying in the race. I think we fell a game behind, but baseball don't really light up until after the All-Star game anyway. If you in the race before the All-Star break, you got a good chance to make it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if your injuries, like how we got our best player is on injury reserve, and one of the other good players, he stayed injured, but he been healthy. He just hit a home run yesterday. Arias, he hit a home run also. So we got some bats, but I want a consistent bat, like get on base bat. Like every time you get up there, it's a good percent, a good chance that he's going to get on base. You know what I'm saying? So if you was Chris Antonetti, like what would you do? What would you do? Me personally, what I do, like I say, go find a nice young bat and a nice, because I'm pretty sure our farm system is loaded because we got too many young players up here right now. Y'all know what that is, but they ain't hit me up. I'm gonna tag. I'm gonna tag them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't hit me up. Like at least supply me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give y'all one look. At least supply me. But that's the last time this product be witnessed. If it ain't a hometown or a product that I created, um, or that I use on a regular basis, I might even take that little product that down. If you know what I'm saying over there, because it really don't even fit the sports world. It's more like I don't want to say a cap, but a presentation. Yeah, man. But look, man, who is the trade target, man? Like, who would you trade? What I'm about to do? I'm about to see. See, I really. Let me see. Let me check. Something. Okay, so we got Owen Casey. See, I got to get familiar with some of these ball players. He's a power hitter. Oh, see, we got this Harry Ford guy. This is what I'm looking for. A patient hitter. Then we got Burrito right hand. These is like trade prospects. People that's, raw power. Switch pitcher. That'll be a good pickup, a switch picker. I mean pitcher. Oh, we got this Pete guy. He got impact contact. Let me see what's up with Pete. Cardinals. Pete is a 20-year-old outfielder in the St. Louis Cardinals system, drafted overall by the Seattle Mariners in 2023 from Georgia. He came straight out of high school. He was signed for $2.5 million and has since played 3 professional seasons in the minors Mariners organization, hitting 247 with 228 home runs. He kind of small too. He only 6'2", 190. No, that ain't small for baseball. He got some good grades though. Oh, he even got traded once, so I ain't. We gotta find something. I know that. See, I got to do more research on these Guardians. I know what we got, but what's out there, because baseball is like it moves. Like that's one baseball is one sport that it moves so much. Like it's always somebody, like the people get called up, people get sent back. You know what I'm saying? The minor leagues always, this that Bavaris. Hey, I was telling my guy, I say this one, he always called it Bavars. I said in that when I rebrand it, I'm gonna make sure people know the U is silent so that they can pronounce it the way I pronounce it. But anyhow, it's the clubhouse. They play like a confident team. They just need some consistency with the bats, and the bats will help the pitcher. But we need a couple more pitchers too, though. The pitcher might be more important than the bats because they score runs. It's more like stopping the other team from running. But while I'm talking Bavaris, website will be back soon. Bavaris Clothing Collection. Make sure make sure you shop. See, hey, I be doing some things, man. I be doing some things, but make sure you shop Bavaris Clothing Collection. You know what I'm saying? Follow them on Instagram, Bavaris Clothing Collection. Send a DM. You know what I'm saying? We could custom design things that you personally can have, but Bavaris is a consistent show of dash and spirit with some bravery. A consistent show of dash and spirit with some bravery. Consistency, man. Consistency wins. As long as you keep putting in some work, you might not be where you want to be, but you somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And the only time you really should compare is when you compare your last move that you made. Like, because if you compare what you're doing to what somebody else doing, that could be detrimental to your growth because you might not believe you doing something, but if somebody thinking you doing better than you believe, so always believe in yourself. Like I tell my children, you learn to love yourself first. Yep, learn to love yourself first, because ain't nobody gonna love you like you, except your daddy. But before we switch over to the Browns, man, like you gotta be appreciative that a person has a creative mind to create things. And I wanted, when I was at the party, I was talking to a couple of the people from the neighborhood or whatever. This is my guy though, but he made a little statement, and I'm like, and all I did was broke it down like, bruh, it's all under one umbrella. So that's all that truly matters is the fact that it's all under one umbrella. And if a little bit coming in from this way and a little bit coming in from that way and a little bit coming in from here, it all comes and comes back into, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I still got it. but it all adds up, man, to become one. That's the goal. Together we strive to be one. That nonprofit Together for One Foundation, teaching the kids, inner city youth, you know what I'm saying, entrepreneurial and leadership skills. If you want to become a mentor, go to Together for One Foundation on Instagram, send a DM, and only serious inquiries because it's about time for me to put my foot all the way on the gas for Together for One because, man, the more I look around and see how influenced by the wrong things, how the youth doesn't have like individuality anymore. No one wants to be, and when they do try to be different, I said this before, they go too far out. You got some, but you could tell who wants it and who came from a decent household. Yeah, but Together for One Foundation, we strive to be one. Excuse me. But yeah, man, you gotta think those who create. That's how you come, that's how you meet people, that's how you network, that's how you build your net worth. Cause like they say, your net worth is your network. So if you don't, know nobody or know how to do things, you really at a stagnant, you know, space in life. Like you gotta learn to integrate. You gotta learn to build. Like Deshaun's marketing, communication is key. Brand, build, grind, and shine. But that's enough boasting and bragging. Shout out to the homie Shimmy. Man, hey, Shimmy one, we kind of the same a little bit. He just, started a little early, but that's my guy, Shimmy. Shout out Shimmy. But yeah, man, training camp almost here. Is that we got a couple weeks. We got a couple weeks left before training camp start. But we did get some news today. The Browns got like they getting like up until 2029, they get like almost 90 million reimbursed because of some insurance that they filed when they signed Watson. The NBA NFL is rewarding them. Let me see. So the NFL is rewarding them almost $90 million. That's a big help right there. Let me get the actual fact. Okay, so but we live on YouTube, Face Sports Corner from the 216 Facebook page, and we over on Kick. But yeah, the Browns getting 88.7 million back because of Deshaun Watson's injuries. According to the NFLPA contract records obtained by Pro Football Talk, Cleveland is set to receive more than 88.7 million in salary cap credits through 2029 from an injury insurance policy tied to Deshaun Watson's fully guaranteed contract. So the Browns, stuck with one of the worst trades in NFL history, but the insurance kickback makes a lot. Oh, that's almost a blessing. So what's that? It's 2000. So that's about 22 mil towards the cap over the next 3 years. You know what I'm saying? 20, 24, 25, 20. Yeah, that's like 27. That might be like 26, 27. Let me see. That's like 27 almost between 25 and 30 million extra, towards the cap every year. That's what's up. But of course, the biggest the biggest thing involves again Watson. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback competition, Shador, Watson. Then you got Dylan and the young guy Green. On the backcourt. Green looks like something that if they could get Green. I'm a Shador guy. I was a Washington guy, but it ain't that I don't believe in Washington. It's just like the tenure is like come to a conclusion. And if he get an opportunity to start again and he shine, so another team pick him up, that's even better. You don't want to see nobody down, but logically, I believe the competition is only because Shador's showing upside and Watson ain't pulling away. Because what it is, they would probably rather have the young guy take the reins. Because we got one of the youngest teams in the league again, but one of the best when you look at the overall potential of the team. Like they saying Quinshawn could be one of the top running backs. You got Fannin Jr., who showed he could be one of the top tight ends. We drafted two good young receivers to add to a veteran, Judy and Tillman. Bond, they say he put on some muscle, so he showed signs last year. So just imagine him with the same speed but more muscle in a year of football. You know, so that receiver room didn't improve a whole lot, a whole lot. But I heard or read somewhere where they saying Judy should be the number. He's probably gonna be the number one because the two young guys they got to learn some things. But I could see by the end of the year, by the middle of the season rather, one of the young receivers been and took over that number one spot. Concepcion got the number one jersey, so maybe he felt like, hey, that's my spot. But regardless, I think the receiver room didn't improve tremendously just because of them. And we got the receiver that I wanted out of all the receivers after we drafted the other receiver. So based on their board, they must have felt like he was better than Washington. I mean Boston. But Boston seems like he has more quality. He might not be as quick and shifty as Concepcion, but he still know how to make moves because I was watching film on him. That's why I was calling out Boston before the season ended. Like I knew receiver was one of the positions that we needed to upgrade. And it's crazy. We got our linemen. We got two top. We got a good set. We've been winning the draft over the last couple of years. And speaking on, picking up that safety, Warren, McNeil Warren, who was actually the second rated safety behind the kid from O State. But then we traded Miles. A lot of people was disappointed. But hey, you know why I'd be upset? Because I had got the word through I don't want to call him a source, but I had somebody give me some information. I'm like, kind of questioning it. But when I guess the energy, I'm an energy person, was leading me to get this information. But I heard that Miles was getting traded like a few days before it actually happened. I kind of heard it. They ain't said like it was a guarantee, but they were saying it was a big chance. You know what I'm saying? The insiders know. But in return, we got us a draft, a couple, 2, 3 draft picks. We got us a solid defensive player to replace that's up and coming. He might not be the freak that Miles is, but he's still needs to have a team pay attention to him because you can't leave him out there by himself with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Your left or right tackle can't be out there on the island with Verse by themselves because he gonna bull rush them. He might make them sack their own quarterback. So yeah, man, the Browns defense might be better because you got Schlesinger, who's a year better now. You got the new rookie. You got Campbell who know how to play with the team now. They saying Ward and Grant Delpit could be casualties to the trade. The only reason I would, because Delpit contract about to be up. Ward just injury prone, but honestly, Ward, I would keep Ward around if anybody. Delpit, I like Delpit too, though. You know, if he willing to take a pay cut, but that's they got this young safeties. My guy from Old State, Hill, what? Ronnie Hickman. I was about to call him Hillman, but then we got because I'm thinking about McNeil Warren, but the man the Browns, like I've been saying for a while now, if you a young Browns fan, you about to start loving the Browns. You know, like it been like a stage. The Browns is loved anyway in the city of Cleveland, even though they about to move out to Brook Park. But you know what I'm saying? If you're a true Browns fan, man, you stay dedicated. Don't jump off the band. Don't jump off the ship because we ain't bandwagon people. We when they was 0-16, I thought the next year after the draft and free agency that the Browns was going to at least the playoffs. After 0-16, even though they went 1-16. I was still believing after they went 31-31 or something like that. But yeah, speaking on being a true loyal Browns fan, these the last years of Cleveland Browns Stadium, First Energy Stadium, whatever. The lake, the stadium being on the lake is these the last few years because they out in Brook Park. They been broke ground. They building out there. They got the training facility them been upgraded out in Berea. So what a lot of people been saying when it comes to the stadium is the fact that the reason the move was actually done is because the way downtown has been, it almost needs a little bit more security, or I wouldn't say security, but it could be the infrastructure because on Brown games, to me, honestly, they be having the traffic cops out there. But I really believe that the traffic cops, they really be what messes up the traffic. To be honest. I'll be like, man, like just control the people. The traffic, they need to have people cops. Hey, y'all stop. Cause that's who really be holding up the traffic, cause the people are just, bogart the street, forget the cars moving or whatever. But yeah, man, let me see what they really talking about with the update on the stadium. Yeah, like the new stadium, it's right over there by the airport. Okay, so if you didn't know, the stadium is a 2.4 billion rather. Um, the cost of it. It was fully enclosed dome stadium built 80 feet below ground level to comply. Oh, so it's gonna be, you got to kind of go down to comply with the FAA height restrictions near Hopkins Airport. Only about 70% of the seating will be above ground. Oh, that's cold though on the low. The rest will be underground. The structure will rise 221 feet above ground, creating a profile that meets aviation safety requirements. The stadium will occupy. Oh, that was the old man. I had somebody used to work. That's the old Brook Ford Motor Company. Where is that with a mixed use development plan for the surrounding area, found in construction timeline. So the new stadium will be torn down before the new facility opens. So I'm figuring that off season they're gonna tear down the old stadium. Something about the infrastructure. Let me see, bro. So that's the big news when it comes to the stadium. How they gonna be like set to the ground. Let me show y'all. Okay, so this right here, this how the stadium gonna look. Man, I wonder how that's gonna play out. That's kind of wild right there. What they saying though? Whether fans are excited or dreading, and yeah, because you got to think to be like in the ground, the Cleveland Browns will be playing in a dome stadium, bring any major construction. Like they better have that. That thing better be airtight. But they supposed to build all around it. It's more like a money thing, though. Yeah, so they gon' that's wild right there. But don't forget the I keep forgetting to link my don't forget the polygraph, you know, poly market rather. Sign up for poly market. It's similar to the other site. But if you had to pick the biggest concern the Browns have right now, what is it? I think it's the quarterback. Because if you don't have your quarterback, your team is like you can have the best team, but if you ain't got a quarterback, it's like so they need. I'm tired of the quarterback competition stuff, man. They need to just pick somebody, and like they say, if if the if the team can't decide between the two, you just go with the young kid. You go with Shador, let him see what he can do. Cause that's really your best option, man. Because he on a he it could be a come up, or if to go take them first round picks that you have for next year and move up and get this your so called franchise quarterback, but you never know. Brock Purdy is San Fran's franchise quarterback. He was picked in the last round. Tom Brady, um, some people like Kurt Warner, who's some other quarterbacks that then won. It ain't always the first picks, the first rounders that turn out to be, but the percentage is higher, but it's not always guaranteed. So let me see what's going on over here. Yeah, the percentage is higher. I put out a little post. I'm just looking at something. I put out this post, boy. They reacting off of that. Hey, sometimes I just be posting stuff just to see how I be just looking for certain like reactions and stuff sometimes. Like, hey, what if this and how about that? People be on it, boy. I be like, yeah, I got it. But yeah, man, who starts week 1? I think it's gonna be Shador. But if Washington start, hey, let's go Washington. You know what I'm saying? May the best man win. That's all I keep saying. I just feel like starting off with Shador is the best. But if Watson beats Shador out as in training camp, hey, you got to go with who doing the best. You know, because the Browns surely don't need no more hype. They need the answers. They hyped up. We just need some answers now. We just need some answers. But you already know before that's them Browns, man. Them Browns is dangerous. Let me scroll something real quick. Okay, so this what I want to kind of lead to. Like, okay, I'm about to start. I'm about to talk about these Cavs for a real quick second. You know what I'm saying? But like, they got the window. They up to something. All I know is they up to something. Brian Windhurst was saying, was that today or yesterday? But Brian Windhurst now he's saying Cleveland is the best location for Brian. See, Brian be 42 this year, so we not gonna get the same Brian that came back, or especially not getting the young Brian. But that mindset that LeBron can give the team, because we need somebody that put the players in their place. When they messing up, telling them that hey man, stop pulling up the threes and go to the hole or whatever. Like, stop playing around. You get what I'm saying? Or this how you do this, because I done it. So that's what I'm leading to the NBA free agency. It's been a lot going on. The Eastern changed. The only person came from the West to the East is Kawhi Leonard, but Melo went over to the West in Minnesota. But I read somewhere Minnesota supposed to be coming to the East anyway when the new teams come, the new Sonics and the Vegas team. But you got Jaylen Brown, then went over to the Philly. They got New York lost Mitchell Robinson. You got 1 second, because I got this right here. So yeah, Mitchell Robinson went to the Boston Celtics. We lost Dean Wade to the Philly too, because Philly GM is Mike Dancy. He was our former assistant GM. So you can kind of tell that it's all, man. I'm just, it's kind of almost like they just sitting around waiting. It's like they almost sitting around waiting for Brian, because they ain't made no moves. And then another rumor is they saving a spot for Lil Bronny. Like, Lil Bronny, he supposed to be part of the deal and everything. They need to, hey, Rich just a little marketer. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna call him little, because he probably one of the richest dudes from our part of the woods anyway. Shout out Lil Rich. I knew little dude was gonna be a little. Cause we played Muni League. He was the Pee Wee division when I was bantamweight, but they he did some stuff. We went, and I'm like, oh yeah, he got his mind focused. He was young too. But before I go too far into these calves, I want y'all to if you a ride share, drive for Lyft or Uber, even DoorDash or Grubhub, and you need that special insurance, I got a ride share protection blueprint that you can find in the description on YouTube or either I don't think I put in a link on Instagram yet, but you can find it in the description on any one of the videos on YouTube. This helps you build, like put the things you need together. So make sure you grab you a copy of the ride share protection blueprint. So if you ever get in an accident, you'll be your structure, your whole concept, the way it's built, you'll be protected. The ride share protection blueprint. But yeah, them Cavs, man, they gotta do something because the East and got like the way they moved around. You got like I say, Kawhi back in Toronto. You got Jaylen Brown over in Philly with Embiid and Maxey. They done threw in Dean Wade. He might play differently now because he on another team. So when you move around, you usually get a different confidence. You still got Boston. You got um Giannis down there in Miami now. You got Washington got they got like big tall guys and a speedy point guard. So you still got Detroit. The Knicks won it all. So hey, the East is strong. They say the West because you got San Antonio and OKC, but hey, the East strong too. So Brian, come on, man, give us a couple years and go out with a bang, man, hosting up another trophy with your son. Then have there been a tandem, father and son tandem to win the championship? If not, hey, you could be the first. You and Bronny. But yeah, that's how it's affecting the Cavs. I think the Cavs though, but we drafted the young kid, little Malik Thomas. He look like he gonna be somebody. Then we got Proctor. Like we got a nice little young nucleus too. That might be another reason they not, reaching out to sign too many free agents because we got enough young players, that might can step in and play give us some good minutes off the bench. Like Proctor was that they said that was a good pick from where we got him at. So far, who you think won free agency? There's a lot of moves been going on, but it's still kind of it's a lot going on. The Lakers went ham after Brian said he wasn't coming back. They signed like 5 players. They got a center. They got little Sexton over there. They got Reed some money. They signed like 4 5 players quick. So hey, who you think won the free agency when it comes to the NBA? Check the NBA free agent. Let me see let me check the ticker real quick before I move on. The NBA free agency ticker. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, Steven Adams. I call it Steven Adams. But Steven Adams still playing. You got to say. They say we trying to make a trade for Kaminga. They was thinking of him like that'd be a good 3-and-D off the bench. Why they still got a money bait? This 2025, dude. Both of the Giannis brothers still out there. No, let me leave them alone. Miami ain't picking them up. Harrison Barnes still playing, and he averaged like 10 a game last year. Oh yeah, we signed Thomas Bryant back. That's the only person we signed back. So we need us another big backup big man. Yeah, ain't really too much out there. Y'all ain't hear y'all, did y'all? Hey man, I be having too much going on right here. But yeah, man, make sure y'all go get that ride share blueprint, protection blueprint. The fever world going on. The US, like I said earlier, they still in there. But before I move on, man, to this think and reflect segment, man, because windows don't stay open forever. The opportunity, that's why I don't get people, that say, man, I ain't never been called one, but when people say opportunist, an opportunist to me is someone who sees something and they take they go they see if it can work. Like now taking advantage of somebody, that's totally different. Like you don't that's not that's a person taking advantage of somebody. It's not being, you know what I'm saying? Because the window don't stay open. So like if you got an idea and you thinking is you might get it, it might be ahead of the trend or it's right in the middle of the trend or in the beginning. Even the end, you might catch a little go at it, man, because the window ain't open that long. You get what I'm saying? That's why when I think when I was talking to my buddy and they was like, yeah, man, I say, dude, it's all one, the opportunity. But when you create, you don't even you not even realizing that until you dissolve whatever it is, business or however you create, it's still there to grow some type of way. So, you know what I'm saying? Championship windows, trade windows, like life windows. You got a window, man, where you got the opportunity to take a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, chances make champions. So if you don't take a chance, if you just go with the status quo, that's what I call a simple life. Like my theory is easy, simple, and adventurous. Like I always say, easy usually come with some type of consequence. Like it might be you cheated on the test. Like I always say, you cheat on the test, but when you really need to know what was in that test and you cheated, you don't know how to apply what you supposed to know. You know what I'm saying? Or the streets. I done that part. You try to make some fast money. Everybody don't make it through that. Most don't. They might have a good time or even get some out of it, but during that process, best believe some they had to reap the benefit. They suffered to get the rewards. Put it like that. Because sometimes the opportunity is right now. So if you got an idea that you feel like can prosper, it ain't got to make you rich, but as long as it can take care of you, you know what I'm saying? Go move forward, man. Like I say, just keep moving forward. Don't wait until it's gone or you done procrastinated with the idea and now all of a sudden you kind of lost in the sauce or whatever. But if you had to, what opportunity did you almost miss out on? But you jumped to it like you, but you know, like dang, or what opportunity did you feel like you have and you didn't jump on? Leave some comments on if you got something to say. But before I leave out, wake up to a cup of Brew Euphoria coffee, dark French roast bitter root edition, capturing the blissful moment with every sip. Make sure you grab you a bag of Brew Euphoria coffee. Brew Euphoria coffee on Instagram at Brew Euphoria coffee. Make sure you get you a bag. Brew Euphoria. Brew Euphoria coffee. Dark French roast. I'm trying to think of what the new flavor that I'm gonna present to y'all. Airtight, it's airtight seal. You can get it in ground or whole bean. Only can get it back through the link on the Brew Euphoria Instagram and Facebook page. But thanks to all the products that help provide me to be here to give y'all my opinion. So but I want to know what's your thoughts. Use the hashtag what's your thoughts SC216. But I'm inviting all local businesses to partner with the Sports Corner from the 216. If you want your product, because believe me, the avenues will get your product showed. But before I go, should the Guardians go all in before the trade deadline or what? But subscribe, like, share, and thanks everybody who was watching YouTube, Facebook, Kick, because we wasn't on Instagram. But I'll see y'all later on Instagram, TikTok, and X. We'll be on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and other audios real soon. I'm going to have previous episodes loaded up too. You go through the whatever you like to stream your podcast on, but preferably the Spreaker app. And it's your boy Ricky D signing out from another episode, Sports Corner from the 216.